Aurora nails are everywhere. Instagram, Pinterest, you name it, it's there. Every design has it. But have you noticed that you're like, oh, this will be easy, and then you start, and then you're like, oh no, this is not easy at all. This is actually more difficult. So I'm going to show you a more alternative way of doing Aurora nails if you don't want to use a airbrush. Everybody has their reason why they choose not to use an airbrush, which is totally up to you. If you use it, that's fine. If you don't use it and want to find an alternative, this is videos for you. I personally don't like them. I don't have the ventilation for it. I don't have the room for it. I personally don't like mixing acetone with the gel polish, so I just choose not to. So the two ways I do a Aurora nail is with eyeshadow, which is my first method, and the second one is with padding gels. So I'm going to show you how to do both. If you want a softer, blown out, Aurora nail, I would highly recommend using the eyeshadow method. So what I do, I grab a fluffy brush, a dense fluffy brush, put it into the color, kind of knock a bit of the powder off, and kind of pat it in the center of the nail, and then kind of slowly buff the edges out. If I want it a lot more color, I will get a flat, dense, angled brush, which you can, they're like 90 cents on Aliexpress, pack in the middle, and then use a fluffy brush to kind of dust the edges. So I like to kind of fan the edges out and make sure it is smooth. And then I just apply a base coat, which hides a little bit of those imperfections, blurs out the lines a little bit, top coat it, and honestly, off I go. It's fairly simple, fairly easy if I just want one color. And it takes 2 minutes, really. It doesn't take long at all. I find that this is better for those softer nail designs, but the ones that you want like full bam color payoff, you best to go with the pat gels. They are so versatile. I don't think people realize how versatile they are, and definitely worth it. So all I do is grab a silicone tool, put a little bit out, and put it at the back of, you're honestly meant to have paper, but I didn't have any left, so this will do. And then you grab your little sponge, and then to create that dome shape that you would get, so it needs to kind of look like this at the end of it, and then you dab it into the color, and then what I do is I dab it out a little bit more so there's a bit more color on it, and then I go straight, and then I put it onto the nail tip, and I hold it further up the pen or whatever you want to call it, and I lightly dab in the center of the area, and then with little pressure I start to feather out the edges. If I feel like the edges are still a little bit too harsh, I will get a clean sponge, and then again I will dab the edges out. I actually learnt these two techniques from two different people. How to put the sponge on the clamp was from Tips by Ames, I think. I'll put her link down below. And when I was in Thailand getting my nails, the nail tech used this technique, and I was like, oh my god, why did I never think of getting a clean sponge to feather it out? And I was just like, wow, okay. So for me, I wanted something a bit more color, so I cured it, and then I did it again. I put a bit more color in the middle, feathered it out, and if I felt like the edges were harsh, I just repeated the process till I got the color that I wanted. I probably cure the nails for about 30 seconds, just to make sure that it's on there and it won't peel off can lose any color if I was to dab it out after I layer the colors. And it just turned out really nice. I just really like the way this turns out. I think in this clip I did it twice, the initial and then 2 others, so 3 in total. I am a big perfectionist, so I do kind of like to spend time on making sure that it is flawless. But if you're covering it up with a design or bling or any sort of thing, and you won't really see it, you don't have to spend that much time doing it. But if that was solely your nail, then I would spend a little bit of time perfecting it. I know people make it look easy online, and to be honest, it took me a little while to kind of get it to a technique that I really like. So to practice, practice, practice. That's all I can say. So if you find which one you like better, don't go out buying stuff if you don't need to. If you have eyeshadows, use them. Pat Bat gels are actually great. If you want to invest in them, I would definitely recommend it. But as you can see, they give you the same effect. There's not much difference between the two. I just like how smooth that the Pat Bat gels look like. But hope you guys have a great day and God bless.